This video is for the festival planners, producers, and festival owners out there who are putting together an event and looking for sponsorship. I want to cover all of the festival sponsorship mistakes you should avoid if you want to secure sponsorship for your next festival. Check it out. Planning a festival is hard work. You know this, obviously. Festival sponsorship is actually really hard work too. That's why this video is geared just for the festival planner. And we're going to talk all about the sponsorship mistakes you should avoid in order to bring in sponsorship dollars for your next event. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the bell icon so that you never miss another sponsorship video. And if you like this video, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the thumbs up button. One of the biggest mistakes that I see festivals in particular making is waiting way too long to reach out to sponsors. We hear from people all the time who have a festival or an event coming up in a week, a month, even 3 months is way too short notice if you want to bring on cash sponsors. And if you're looking for title sponsors or high 5-figure, high 6-figure sponsors, 3 months, it's almost certainly not going to happen. So when should you reach out to sponsors? Well, the very best time to reach out to sponsors is in the October, November, early December timeframe, regardless of when your event is. But if you can't reach out to sponsors during that brief window every year, it doesn't mean that all bets are off. If you're looking for $100,000 sponsorship deals like a title sponsor or multi-year deals at the 6-figure level, you really want to give yourself 12 to 18 months to lock these things down. They're complicated. They require a lot of conversations and negotiating and valuations and all the stuff. Now, if you're looking for high 5 figures, 50, 60, maybe $30,000 and above, you want to give yourself at least 6 months, but I would feel far more comfortable if I had 9 months to reach out to those types of sponsors. And if you're looking to bring in $2,000, $3,000, maybe $5,000 sponsors, you can do that in 4 months, maybe 4 to 6 months. The problem with waiting any longer than that and having a shorter window is that you start to miss out on assets. You're going to lose out on the promotional window and all the e-blasts and save the dates. Your asset pool to offer a sponsor starts to shrink. So don't treat sponsorship like a last minute thing, or it's going to get the results of being a last minute thing. A lot of festival planners are creative types, which is amazing. However, when you translate that to sponsorship, it's often articulated as building beautiful sponsorship proposals. The problem is that the sponsorship proposal doesn't make the sale. You do. And so if you are spending all of your time making beautiful sponsorship packages and then sending it to strangers who never asked you to see those sponsorship packages, you are really preventing sponsorship success. The proposal first method, which is to say, e-blasting proposals to total strangers, is a terrible way to close sponsorship. I understand it feels like a time saver. It's easier than going through the proper sales process. And that's absolutely true. It's also completely ineffective. So while it takes less time to spam people with a sponsorship package than if you had proper sales meetings with them, it also produces $0 in sponsorship revenue. So this is not the way. Another common mistake for festival planners is focusing only on the money. Yes, of course, you should be seeking cash sponsorship 100%. However, you can also have sponsors provide things to you that you would otherwise have to pay for, saving you all kinds of money. The other thing that sponsors can do is introduce you to other potential sponsors. Even if somebody says, no, I'm not interested in a sales meeting, in a discovery meeting, I always ask them, who should I be talking to in your network that you think would be interested? What a great way to turn a no thank you into 6 figures in sponsorship by getting an introduction to other people in their network. Skipping audience data is a great way to make sure you are not successful. Now, for festival planners, if you have a rib and beer festival, your festival is not people who like ribs and beer. That is not your audience. I mean, obviously, your audience likes ribs and beer, or they wouldn't be at your festival. But that is not sufficient to define who your audience is. And if you leave it just at that, my audience equals the people who like the thing I do, sponsors will not give you money. You want a minimum 25 data points on your audience, and you want to have at least 3 individual avatars that represent subsets of your broader audience. Weak audience data or no audience data at all is the number one reason, besides sending sponsorship packages to people who didn't ask for them, for people's sponsorship to fail in the festival industry. This one really answers the question, what do I do if I can't send out a sponsorship proposal first? You have a discovery meeting. Skipping discovery is a great way to make sure you bring in $0 in sponsorship for your next event. What the heck is a discovery meeting? It's an opportunity for you to sit across from a brand and interview them. Like a journalist, you want to learn everything about that brand, their target market, the products they sell, how they get people to purchase from them, what they even want from a marketing, advertising, sponsorship agreement. You want to meet with a prospect, learn everything about them, and when they invite you to submit a proposal, you want them to tell you exactly what to put in that proposal. This is called the discovery first method as opposed to the proposal first method. But skipping discovery at best, at the very best, leaves a ton of money on the table, and at worst, leaves all the money on the table. Have you ever found yourself looking at your sponsorship package thinking, what should I charge for the silver level? How about $5,000 because that's what it feels like? Have you ever felt yourself or found yourself in that situation? That's what we call no valuation or completely making up your numbers. If you are totally making up your numbers and you are not basing them on a third-party market valuation, or worse, you're just looking at other people's sponsorship packages and kind of mimicking what they do. If that's your approach to sponsorship, you will absolutely struggle to break into the 5-figure and high 6-figure sponsorship, because brands who invest in sponsorship are well aware of return on ad spend and ROI. They know what advertising and marketing costs in the marketplace. Sponsorship is a marketing discipline, and you are asking for marketing dollars. So if you're offering an e-blast for $7,500 and a sponsor knows that they could get the exact same outcome for $500, you aren't going to get that sponsorship. But the reverse is true as well. If you charge $5,000 for the inclusion of a sample to everyone at your event, and a sponsor knows that it would cost them $50,000 to do that somewhere else, then you are leaving a ton of money on the table. No valuation means you are going to struggle to prove return on investment to your sponsors. A big mistake festival planners make is not providing a fulfillment report or a wrap-up report. A fulfillment report is a document that you provide your sponsors after your festival, once your event wraps. In it, you're going to prove that you did everything you said you would do. You're going to deliver proof. You're going to deliver your updated valuation to show that the sponsor got return on investment. You're going to have samples and pictures of everything you promised, and you're going to deliver that to your sponsor within days of your festival ending. Why do we do this? Because this is the sweet spot, the window that you're going to provide this information and ask that sponsor to come back again next year, come to your next event if you have other events throughout the year, or to sign a multi-year deal. A big mistake festival planners often make is waiting months and months and months to reach out to their sponsor after the event. And instead of sharing with them proof that they delivered, they ask them for more money. And the sponsor says no. The best way to prevent a sponsor from walking away after your festival is to provide them a fulfillment report within a week of your event. I would love to know what your biggest takeaway is down below in the comments. What's the one change you're going to make? And if you enjoyed this video, it would mean a lot to me if you hit the subscribe button and clicked the bell icon so that you never miss another video. And remember, the sponsorship proposal does not make the sale. You do. Good luck out there.